Powder nuts, powder nuts. Okay. One thing that's bothering me, which is it's actually not bothering me, but um, like I've like really never like wanted someone that bad. Like I don't know, like maybe I'm just kind of like a trained animal or something, but I trained myself. I don't really know, but I've never really like wanted anyone that bad. Like the most I've ever like whatever is like, oh, like that guy's kind of cool or whatever. I'm just I've never actually I've never like wanted anyone, but um is that a true statement? Like when people look a lot different from me, it's exciting for me or whatever. But then like it's kind of like one of those things like you just want to like interact with that person because it's like this crazy experience to like see someone that is so different from you. Like you just want to interact with it, and then it's like okay, like that's all I guess I wanted really. Like I'm like where the rise comes like from wanting more than that. I have no idea. So like I never developed anything of wanting more than like just an interaction or something like that. Like trying to figure out what's exciting about that. It's like, well, obviously you would have to interact with it, and then it's like that's basically all. So I guess it's just like an innocent thing in a sense. You just want to interact with something that's different than you because for some reason it was exciting or whatever, which I think is healthy. I don't think that's wanting someone though, because like wanting is having, and like, anyways, um, so these Walmart imbeciles recently, basically like in the past year, like all of a sudden some of these people have like lost their fucking mind. Like I'm trying to figure out how to describe it, but it's almost like it's almost like um it's one thing I don't know if you've ever been in like a bathroom for women at least where the stalls are half cut so you can like see their fucking head. Like I'm not even lying to you. And so I've been in bathrooms like that before and I'm just like, "Oh my god, the lack of privacy." Like if being in a restroom full of women isn't like disturbing anyways, like hearing the next person piss and shit, But I've always been like really mature until like I started being more aware of like other people's like, perversions or whatever. So like it just satisfies some people to be like, oh, this girl thinks she's so perfect. I'm gonna be right next to her and like shit and stuff and have her hear it because she thinks she's so perfect. Like really, I think they just want to shit on me, but they can't because there's a stall. So anyways, uh, this is kind of how I can describe it. So in the past few years, I noticed like this weird fucking change. Like, I feel like I really noticed it from just strange men, like men I didn't even know, and like men that I would be interacting with like on a daily basis, or like I'd have to interact with some man, and it was just like all of a sudden like one day it was like all men I don't even know like grew a third ball sack or something like that. So or a third testy. So like the way I can only describe it is I just know, like, I would walk into those bathrooms and, like, the fact that half of the stall was cut off, like, it was actually, like, disturbing for me. Like, I had, like, a huge problem with it. Like, I just really, really do. Like, and that's what I thought was led to believe it's just other women, though. Like, it's not just, it's no, you're not about to be raped, basically. Like, it's disturbing, but no one's gonna rape you. And so, in the past few years, though, what I've noticed about men, it's like, imagine, though, being in a private bathroom, so it's not disturbing at all. Like, and that's the security I feel in myself. How I feel inside of myself is a private bathroom. Like, I feel very comfortable and I feel safe and I feel comfortable because I've built that for myself. Um, I'm not a psycho. I'm not scared of myself. I don't ever feel like I'm gonna harm myself or others. I have a even temperament. I've developed and trained myself to be okay and comfortable in myself, and it's almost like a private bathroom with the door locked. So, what I've noticed in the past few years, though, it's almost like I'm in this private bathroom that's locked, and it's like these strange men are just like literally getting access and just being able to like open the door on me. And like that's the only way I can really describe it. And so, I was sitting here just right now, and it's like a bunch of these dudes, because I haven't really tried to put it into like a word, if a word can even describe it, but it's like a lot of these people, they have so much gumption, and it's like, do they not realize like it has to do with game, like skill or something like that, and it's like, do they not realize the amount of game I have? Like I don't know. I really don't know. And it's like, let me come out of the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me first come out of the bathroom. You know, um, like it's kind of weird. And I remember I had to drive this one guy a few months ago. I was driving him on an Uber, and it was like he was trying to, be like, okay, but what would it be like if you came out of the bathroom? It's like it ain't nothing you can tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Try to explain to the cops why you put your hands on a woman who says she's never met you before and it was in public. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. Like, you might listen to the first half of the story, and this is what makes me, you know, um, scary, I guess, is that you might listen to the first half of the story and be like, oh my god, but it's just the fact that I can like relate on a deeper level, so I'm able to explain stuff. That doesn't, I'm not really putting my spirit into it yet, but it's like, um that's just the fact of the matter, really. And so you could be like, oh my God, it's like, yeah, but there's a spirit here. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what you're getting access to, the gumption, the third testy, whatever it is, um, you forget that there's actually like a spirit in here that's going to be fighting you no matter what. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of also like, I don't know if it's an Achilles heel or whatever it is, but like a few years ago or whatever, all this change that these people are allowed to do, whatever it is, I'm sure they think like, damn, like we're gonna like be able to trample on her and shit like that because of what we're being able to do, like this new, war tactic or whatever that we can do. And it's like, yeah, I can understand that. Like I can understand, like I don't know if they think we're taking away her defenses or whatever it is. Like I don't really know what it is. Like we're taking away the lock on her bathroom door. Like I'm not really sure exactly how to describe it, but it's like, um, you're not like, I'm not like a piece of plywood that you're just knocking down. Like you're able to do this stuff, but like you're forgetting that there's actually a spirit in here. Like you're forgetting that there's a spirit that you're having to address. And I think that's just really a reason why they don't win the war very often, is because they forget that they're addressing a spirit. When they're doing this, you need to remember that you're actually addressing a spirit. So like maybe it's just, well, we're catching her off guard or something like that, and it's like, okay, you're catching me off guard. Or maybe I'm not allowed to speak on certain stuff because, I don't know, like, I'll sound crazy. Like, she doesn't want to sound crazy or something like that. Like, then I'll call her a bitch or something like that. But it's like, at the end of the day, though, like, what these people are doing, they're still not addressing me. Which is the only way you're going to get anywhere. You have to address the spirit. And like there's the spirit, and then there's all this other stuff. There's the private bathroom, there's the lock. They're able to intrude on all those things, but they can't intrude. They're forgetting about the spirit they're trying to intrude upon. Like you're intruding upon all these walls that are being built. You get to intrude upon these walls, but what's inside and behind the walls? It's the spirit. And that's what you're forgetting, and that's what you're not addressing. And I think it's funny too, because you're really not even addressing the walls being built. So I don't even think you understand the walls, because someone's actually has allowed you to intrude those things. It's not you doing it. Someone's allowing you to do it. So if you don't understand the walls that have been built, if you don't understand my privacy concerns, even in a woman's bathroom when half of the stalls have been removed, if you don't understand those things, if you don't understand what has built me into being, what is it like? If you don't understand my skill, if you don't understand my game, you're never going to be able to address my spirit. And you're never going to understand why I'm scary. Not many people can address my spirit because they don't understand all the walls that I've built. They're just getting a free pass into those walls without understanding those walls. Without understanding the walls, you'll never understand my spirit. If you don't understand my spirit, you're never going to be able to address me. You're never going to get anywhere. So, it's like, that's why this thought comes to my mind. Like, do you not know the game I have? That it's almost like this humorous thing when I'm dealing with these fucking imbeciles. Like, do you not know my game? Do you not know my aptitude of game? Do you not understand that? And the truth is, they can't match me. It's like the guy that had to drive a few months ago in the backseat of the Uber. Like, These motherfuckers, not many motherfuckers can touch me. They can't touch on me. They can't touch me. They can't address me. They don't understand my game. They don't understand my skill. They're just being given free passes into my walls. That's it. So it's like, you listen to the first part of the story and you're like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this bitch is talking about fucking rape. This bitch is talking about being shit on and stuff like that. But it's like, that's just like the nature of the beast in a sense. Like, that ain't my story. That ain't my spirit. That's just the material world that we fucking live in. Is that it is the truth that I am a human form in a material physical world. And so it's almost like that shit represents me. Like, you have to understand this physical world to begin to understand my physical form and shit like that. So it's like, it's fucking insane. It's like, I could fucking sit here and get fucking irritated or whatever it is. But I think it's funny because you ain't never seen me fucking cuss a motherfucker out. Like, don't you know? Don't you know my name? But say my name when no one is around you. I ain't never flipped out on no motherfucker. Like, I ain't never motherfucking flipped out on no fucking body. It ain't worth my fucking time. It really ain't worth my fucking time. It's like, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, you have to make, like, you have to make things into a strength. That's basically what it is. When I'm talking about, like, the physical world and my physical form and shit like that, it's really just about strengths and weaknesses. So, like, it's a weakness, right? It's a fucking weakness. But it's also a strength. So it's like, how do you turn a weakness into a strength, or use a weakness as a strength, which is a war tactic. So it's like, I'm really good at war. It's like, I've turned a lot of weaknesses into strengths, and that's very hard to do, but it must be done to win. And it's not just that I win, it's that I'm a very good warrior. Like, I'm very scary, and that's a battle, and this is a battle, really. And when these motherfuckers are doing this shit beneath me, dude. That shit's so fucking beneath me. And the funny thing is that I have an excuse. I have really good excuses why I can't address you. You've taken away my ability to use my game, right? The private bathroom analogy. Like, I can't use my game in a lot of these situations, okay? So not only that, that's a weakness. It's also a weakness that I have many good excuses why I can't address you. It's like, because you're a masked enemy. You're a masked enemy. All I know is that you're an enemy. That's all I know. So I have an intrusive enemy. But yet, a lot of these fucking masked enemies of mine, I still prevail. Like, it's like, this shit is, I'm guessing, very, very, you know, like, these are skilled war tactics. Don't get it twisted. These are skillful war tactics, but it doesn't do anything to me because I'm a scary warrior. So, like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, you wouldn't be able to do this shit to no fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? You think you'd be able to do this shit to a fucking normal girl? No. I'm fucking I'm scary, dude. I'm fucking scary, and I fucking know I'm scary. And it's sad that another funny thing is that there's laws still. So it's like that's a strength and a weakness. And like I would ask my enemy right now, how are you gonna turn that weakness into a strength, motherfucker? I'll give you that fucking homework task tonight. Cause these motherfuckers ain't fucking doing shit. But I'll tell you one way to get your game up is figure out how to turn these fucking laws, which are a weakness for you, into a strength. Hello. I had an express order.